Welcome back everyone. Time to do another comparison this time around between the newly released Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and the older somewhat Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Now the S10 Plus has been out for a little bit over a year now, but the Note 20 Ultra is the newer phone, which is interesting because when you look at them, they kind of look the same after kind of looking at it now. Obviously the Note 20 Ultra is pretty much the bigger one in every dimension, but it's still very interesting to look at both these devices. Now, the Note 20 Ultra costs over $1,000. It's like $1,300. The S10 Plus right now you can pick up for less than $500. So the choice is yours. You can pick up whichever one you want to, but I'll go ahead and leave both of these linked down in the description below for the cheapest prices that I find on Amazon. You can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the panels on both and comparing them, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus has a 6.4-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's 1440p and it's a very good looking panel. You have very little bezel around the whole entire panel of it. You also have that dual front facing camera on the front, which they took out with the S20 series, which I don't really know why, but this screen setup is really good. You have that fingerprint sensor built into the display as well, and it's a very good panel. Anytime I did anything with it, it's really nice. You have that curved side, so it's not a flat display. It's curved on the side, and it's a very good looking panel for sure. Whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we have a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It's 1440p, and it's a very good looking panel too. It's a sharper edge, so it's kind of like the Note 9 series. The bezels are pushed all the way to the sides, just like the S10 Plus, but I feel like these bezels are a little bit smaller on it. On top of that, hole punch camera on the center, and you have that 120Hz refresh rate on this panel as well, which is really awesome. It's the curved display as well, and this is a really good panel. Samsung makes really good panels, and the Note 20 Ultra has a really good screen. The Note 20, on the other hand, not so much, but the Note 20 Ultra has a very good display. So in terms of the front, I'll definitely give the edge to the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra over the S10 Plus for having that higher refresh rate. In terms of thickness, I kind of give the edge to the S10 Plus, but also like the Note 20 Ultra is also pretty thin. It's just the camera module on the Note 20 Ultra that's super thick. They made it pretty big. I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it this way. It wobbles a lot on the table too. The S10 Plus though is completely flat and symmetrical, which is something I really do like. So in terms of thickness, I would probably say the Note 20 Ultra is the thicker one when it comes down to the module. But if not, then maybe the S10 Plus is a little bit thinner. And on the back, you can see triple camera setups on both and glass backs on both as well. The Note 20 Ultra, though, has this frosted texture, which is something that's really cool, and it makes the phone feel that much more premium. The glass back on the S10 Plus, though, is perfectly fine as well. It's, that standard glass back that we get on a lot of different devices, but it's up to you whether you like it or not. Me personally, I really do like the frosted texture on the new series, like the Note 20 Ultra, the OnePlus 8, the 11 Pros. Like, I really do like how those feel, but regardless, the S10 Plus still feels really good too. Now both have IP certification, which is really cool. They both have wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, and they both have microSD card slots, which is really awesome. So in terms of the outside, that really pretty much covers it up. The Note 20 Ultra has the S Pen, which is something that's really cool. So if you like that, go for it. Me personally, I love it, but the S10 doesn't have it, so there's no point in comparing them. So in terms of the outside, that pretty much covers it up. Now in terms of the software, both of them are running One UI 2, which is Android 10, and it's really cool, and I like it a lot. However, the cool thing is that both of these, pretty much in the whole entire Samsung lineup, is getting an extra year of software updates. So still the Note 20 Ultra will outlast the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus in terms of software. So if you're trying to get one that'll last the longest, technically speaking, the Note 20 Ultra will do that. But it's still really cool that both these devices have that specific support of, getting that extra year of support. And it's still, I wish it was a little bit more stock. The software is, both the problems are both the same on both. So it's not like the S10 Plus doesn't have the software problems that the Note 20 Ultra has. It's exactly the same software for the most part, but you can still install a custom launcher and all that. But when it comes down to the software experience, when you get them both today, if you get them within 2020 or 2021, they'll still be supported. They'll still be lasting for quite a bit of time. But at the end of it, the Note 20 Ultra will definitely outlast the Galaxy S10 Plus when it comes down to it. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of a speed test between them, but I'll go ahead and hit on the specs. The Galaxy S10 Plus has that Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset, an octa-core CPU, an Adreno 640 GPU, and 8 gigs of RAM on that base model and 12 gigs of RAM on that top tier model. And this specific model has 8 gigs of RAM, where the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra has that Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset, an octa-core CPU, an Adreno 650 GPU, and 12 gigs of RAM on all the models that are available. So let's go and see which one is the faster one between these two. Okay, let me go and clear out all these apps in the background. Let's load up the Play Store. 3, 2, 1. And actually, the S10 Plus I think was a little bit faster there. That thing was like almost instantaneous. And it seems to me like the Note 10, 20 Ultra is pretty smooth too. So both of them aren't really crazier than the other one, but you can kind of see the 120 hertz refresh rate on the Note 20 Ultra. Phone calls 321. I think actually that one was pretty close. Messages 321. I think the Note 20 Ultra one there. Browser 321. Okay, a little bit of a different panel on both. Camera 321. Okay, let me go and get through all these third-party apps that I had downloaded on both. You can do Facebook 321. Okay, Note 20 Ultra definitely faster there. Netflix 321. Okay, got a random little pop-up there. I don't know what just happened. Do Snake versus Blocks 321. And okay, I think the Note 20 Ultra was slightly faster there. They both were very close though, but maybe the Note 20 Ultra is just a little bit faster there. Gameplay is going to look about the same on both as well. Twitter 321. Okay, both were about the same there too. They both were really close. Quizlet 321. Note 20 Ultra again is the faster one. Stack 321. And have a little bit of a pop-up on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, but I think both were going to be roughly about the same there, so one really didn't blow the other one out of the water. Temple Run, the original one, 321. And I might be on a pop-up on both, so I was on a game here, so I will have to restart this one. Temple Run again, 321. And it's looking like the Note 20 Ultra may actually be the faster one here. And as you can see, the Note 20 Ultra was indeed the faster one. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a huge difference. I don't think there is going to be. They're going to look about the same when it comes down to it. Do Crossy Road, 321. And I might have a little bit of a pop-up on both as well. Maybe on here. Yeah, okay, on here I do. Let's just get into some gameplay. And as you can see, they look about the same. Not a ginormous difference on both, but still a very good performing phone on both for sure. Bofa, 321. Okay, I think the Note 20 Ultra definitely was faster. The S10 Plus was, behind it. It wasn't a crazy big difference between the two, but definitely the Note 20 Ultra was faster. We can go and end it off with the Real Racing 3. 3, 2, 1. And animations again are faster on the Note 20 Ultra, as you saw. That phone is noticeably faster, I think, the Note 20 Ultra. The animations are also faster on this device as well, but the gameplay and opening speeds seem to be about the same on both. The S10 Plus was literally like a split second behind it, so not a ginormous difference, but definitely something you could tell. Now let me go ahead and get into some RAM management. So let me go back in the beginning and see 3, 2, 1. The Note 20 Ultra was able to kind of get into it faster than the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Phone calls, okay, both kept it open. Back in the beginning, let me go into like Facebook, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Note 20 Ultra again was the faster one there slightly. Snake versus Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And the S10 Plus kind of restarted a little bit, but not really. I think to kind of sum up this comparison, I mean, the RAM management is going to be about the same, but you're going to get better RAM management from the Note 20 Ultra. I think overall the performance is faster on the Note 20 Ultra as well. It's the faster phone. It can get you from point A to B a little bit faster, but the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is still an extremely fast performing device. It's really, you click it and it's pretty much there. So that pretty much covers up the performance. So let's go ahead on the cameras. Like I said before, triple camera setups on both. The S10 Plus has a 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel telephoto, and 16 megapixel ultra wide sensors, with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Plus has a 108 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. And both cameras are great. Last year, I was really surprised about how good the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus's camera was. Now, first of all, you still have that, telephoto lens, which the other Samsung phones had, but you have that ultra-wide sensor as well, so you can zoom out as much as you want to. And if you still have the S10 Plus, the capability is pretty much the same when it comes down to the camera lenses. You have the telephoto and ultra-wide sensor. You have those two additional sensors, and you can see the quality of the photos look really good still. You have the ability of shooting 4K at 60, which is really good on this camera lens. lens, and you have a lot of the similar features as well. Now, I would definitely say that the Note 20 Ultra is the better one, but you have a ton of different capabilities. You have a ton of different things in here too. So for sure, the S10 Plus's camera is really good. As expected, the Note 20 Ultra has a better camera sensor. Like I said, higher megapixel count, that doesn't really mean much, but the best thing about the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is that you do have the capability of shooting 8K video, which is really cool. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus does not have that capability, but the Note 20 Ultra does, and the pictures look great. It seems a little bit more shaky, you know, a little bit, I guess, like less frames per second. That's the best way I can put it compared to the S10 Plus, but I think that's going to be fixed with the software update. The settings are great. You have a ton of different capability. You still have that telephoto and ultra wide sensor that the S10 Plus had, but these are better lenses, you know? When you look at how thick that camera lens is, I mean, there's a lot of different technology going within it. So it only makes sense that Samsung put the best in here. And you have a ton of different settings in here too, as you can see. I mean, the list goes on and on. This camera lens and camera setup is truly better than the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, but I still think the S10 Plus is a very good camera setup too. So when it comes down to it, the S10 Plus is a very good camera setup, but the Note 20 Ultra is probably the better camera out there. Now ending it off with the battery life, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus had a 4100 mAh battery, the Note 20 Ultra has a 4500 mAh battery. Between both, you know, both have wireless charging, reverse wireless charging like I said earlier, but the main difference comes down to whether you're going to maintain that 120Hz refresh rate on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. If you're going to keep that on, you're probably going to have worse battery life by a little bit on the Note 20 Ultra compared to the S10 Plus, but if you have them both turned off, I truly do think that the Note 20 Ultra may actually have a little bit of a better battery life, but even then it's going to be very similar. They're both going to be around the same size and last you around the same time, but I definitely do think without a doubt both phones have very good battery life. So to kind of sum up the video and to answer the question, you know, which phone should you pick up? In my opinion, I think the S10 Plus is the best value per dollar right now between both of these. Very good phone, very good screen. There's really not too much to hate on it. It's built really well, micro SD card slot and all that stuff. So if I had to go save the most amount of money, the S10 Plus is probably the way to go. But the Note 20 Ultra is probably the better phone right now, obviously, because it costs more and is a lot better of a phone. You have that S Pen, you have, I think, a little bit of a better build quality, you have that 120Hz refresh rate and all that stuff, better cameras, but I still think it costs too much money for what it is. The $1,300, over $1,300 considering tax, it's just not worth it, you know what I mean? It's just too much money in my opinion. So that's really pretty much how I would kind of sum it up. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.